Will your area face flooding in the next 48 hours? The answer might shock you, and by the end of this forecast, you will know exactly when the rain hits your doorstep. Right now, 40 to 60 millimeters of rain is hammering eastern Scotland. That is not a typo. 60 millimeters on already saturated ground. The warnings are active until midnight tonight, and if you live in Aberdeen or the Grampians, you need to hear this next part very carefully. Here is what is happening. A slow-moving, low-pressure system has parked itself over the United Kingdom. It has been sitting there for weeks, and it is not finished yet. This system is pumping moisture northward like a conveyor belt, and Scotland is taking the brunt of it. But here is the twist that nobody saw coming. By Saturday, everything changes. Temperatures will plummet, frost will arrive, and some of you will see snow. But first, let me tell you about Wednesday, because Wednesday is going to test your patience. If you are in Edinburgh, Glasgow, or anywhere across central Scotland, persistent rain will dominate your morning and afternoon. This is not light drizzle. This is heavy, steady rain that will continue from 8 in the morning through to 6 in the evening. Temperatures will struggle to reach 5 or 6 degrees Celsius. With the wind, it will feel closer to freezing. Aberdeen and the eastern Highlands face the worst of it. 30 to 40 millimeters of additional rainfall through Wednesday. The ground cannot absorb any more water. Rivers are already high. The risk of localized flooding is real. If you live near a stream or river, check it now. Check it again this evening. And whatever you do not attempt to drive through standing water. Moving south to Northern Ireland. Belfast and Derry will see rain bands rolling through all day Wednesday. Not constant, but frequent. You might get a 30-minute break, then another downpour. Temperatures around 10 or 11 degrees. Mild, yes, but miserable. Northern England is caught in the middle. Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds, Newcastle. All of you will see wet weather pushing in from the northwest through Wednesday morning. By afternoon, that rain extends across the North Midlands. Sheffield, Nottingham, you are in the firing line by 2:00 in the afternoon. Expect heavy bursts between 2 and 5 in the afternoon. Now, here is your first reward for staying with me. If you are in central or southern England, Wednesday afternoon brings a glimmer of hope. London, Birmingham, Bristol, Cardiff. The clouds may actually break for a few hours between midday and 4 in the afternoon. You might even see some sunshine. Temperatures will climb to 11 or 12 degrees. It will feel almost pleasant compared to what is happening up north, but do not get too comfortable. Because Thursday changes the game entirely. Thursday morning starts murky everywhere. That rain across Northern Ireland and southwest Scotland continues. But watch what happens along the east coast. A strong easterly wind develops, and with it, rain pushes inland from the North Sea, Grimsby, Hull, Scarborough, Middlesbrough. By 9 in the morning, you will be in heavy rain. That rain then tracks westward through the day. By Thursday afternoon, that eastern rainfall reaches the Midlands. Derby, Leicester, Coventry. You will see rain between 2 and 6 in the evening. Meanwhile, the southwest sees showers pushing in. Plymouth, Exeter, Truro. Expect squally showers from late afternoon onward. But here is where it gets interesting. Notice I said rain for the lowlands, for the Scottish Highlands, the Pennines, the Welsh Mountains. Thursday night brings snow. Not a lot at first, just a few centimeters on the highest peaks, but it is a sign. Cold air is infiltrating from the north. And that brings us to Friday, the day everything shifts. Friday morning, you will wake up to a completely different feel. The wind has switched. It is now coming straight down from the Arctic, and temperatures reflect that change immediately. London, you will start Friday morning at just 3 degrees. By afternoon, you barely reach 6 degrees, and that is in the capital, where urban heat usually adds a degree or two. Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds. Friday temperatures top out at 4 or 5 degrees. It will feel bitterly cold in that north wind. Wind chill will make it feel like 1 or 2 degrees. Scotland, you are looking at a hard frost Friday morning. Glasgow starts at -2, Edinburgh at -1, Aberdeen at freezing. By afternoon, temperatures struggle to 3 or 4 degrees, and with the wind, it feels sub-zero all day. Now, here is the detail you have been waiting for. Friday brings wintry showers. Let me break this down by region because timing matters. Northern Scotland, Inverness, Thurso, Wick, the Orkney Islands. Wintry showers begin Friday morning at 6 and continue all day. Snow showers at sea level. Accumulations of 2 to 5 centimetres possible in the most frequent showers. Roads will be slippery, travel will be hazardous. The Scottish Highlands above 300 metres. Significant snow accumulations, 10 to 20 centimetres by Friday night. If you are planning any hill walking or mountain driving, cancel it. Conditions will be treacherous. Central Scotland, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Stirling. Friday brings a mix of rain and sleet showers, mostly rain at low elevations, but any higher ground sees sleet or wet snow. Treat bridges and overpasses with caution Friday morning and evening. They ice up first. Northern Ireland. Belfast sees a mix of rain and sleet showers Friday afternoon. Derry could see brief snow showers Friday evening, especially on higher ground inland. Accumulations unlikely at sea level, but do not be surprised if you see flakes flying. Northern England. Newcastle, Carlisle, Lancaster, York. Wintry showers push in during Friday afternoon. Coastal areas mostly rain. Inland areas, especially the Pennines, see snow. The M62 through the hills could see snow accumulations Friday evening. Drive accordingly, the Midlands and South. Birmingham, Nottingham, Leicester. You stay mostly dry Friday, but it feels brutally cold. London and the southeast remain dry but bitter. Temperatures barely above freezing despite sunshine. Friday night into Saturday morning is when the frost arrives everywhere. And I mean everywhere. London drops to -1, Birmingham to -2, Manchester to -3, Glasgow to -4. These are the coldest temperatures we have seen since January. Widespread frost, ice on untreated surfaces. Take extra time Saturday morning if you are driving anywhere, but Saturday itself, Saturday brings that promised drier, brighter weather. Saturday starts sunny for most areas. Cold, yes. But after weeks of grey skies and rain, that sunshine will feel like a gift. Temperatures recover slightly. London reaches 7 degrees, Manchester 5 degrees, Edinburgh 4 degrees. Still cold, but with lighter winds and sunshine, it feels more bearable. However, and this is critical, Saturday evening everything changes again. Cloud increases from the west Saturday evening. By 10 o'clock Saturday night, rain reaches Northern Ireland. But ahead of that rain, a zone of snow develops. And this is where Sunday morning gets very interesting. Sunday morning, a band of rain and snow pushes east across the country. Let me give you the timing, because this will affect your Sunday plans. Northern Ireland. Rain arrives Saturday night at 10. Heavy at times overnight. No snow at low levels here, just rain. Belfast sees the worst of it between midnight and 6 on Sunday morning. Scotland. The snow arrives Sunday morning, and it could be significant. Glasgow sees snow begin at 4 in the morning Sunday, heavy at times through the morning rush hour, 5 to 10 centimetres possible in the city. Higher ground sees 10 to 20 centimetres. Edinburgh, similar timing and amounts. Aberdeen, mostly rain, but sleet mixed in at times. Northern England, the snow line is the big question. Current models suggest the Pennines see heavy snow Sunday morning, 10 to 15 centimetres above 300 metres. Lower elevations see rain changing to sleet, then back to rain. Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds could see a brief period of snow Sunday morning between 6 and 9, but it likely turns back to rain quickly. Accumulations unlikely in city centres, but possible in suburbs and surrounding hills. The Midlands, Birmingham, Nottingham, Leicester. Rain reaches you Sunday morning between 8 and 11. Could start as brief sleet, but turns to rain within an hour. No significant accumulations expected. London and the southeast. Rain arrives Sunday late morning, 11 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. Brief and heavy, then clearing from the west. No snow here, just rain. By Sunday afternoon, milder air returns. Temperatures jump back up. London reaches 11 degrees, Manchester 9 degrees, even Glasgow climbs to 8 degrees. That Sunday morning snow melts quickly at low levels. Higher ground snow persists longer. And that brings us to the pattern for next week, because this is where your long-range planning comes in. Next week, we enter a much more unsettled pattern. Not the same as the past few weeks where low pressure sat and stalled. No, this is different. Faster moving systems. Weather that changes day by day. Rain, then dry. Mild, then cold. Back and forth. Monday looks mostly dry with sunny spells. Temperatures near average. Tuesday brings another area of rain from the west. Wednesday, dry again. Thursday, more rain. You see the pattern. Changeable, mobile, unsettled. For northern areas, especially Scotland and northern England, this means frequent encounters with cold air from the north. And with that, more chances of wintry weather. Not prolonged cold snaps, just brief shots of cold air with each system that passes. Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen. Next week, you should prepare for several days where sleet or snow showers are possible, especially Tuesday night and Friday. Check forecasts daily because timing will shift. For southern areas, the pattern means rain, but milder temperatures. London, Bristol, Southampton, you will see rain several times next week, but snow is unlikely. Your issue is the sheer amount of rain. Grounds remain saturated. More rain means continued flood risk in prone areas. The Midlands sit in the battleground. Birmingham, Nottingham, Leicester. You get the transition zone, sometimes mild rain, sometimes cold enough for sleet. Check forecasts each morning because conditions can change rapidly. Now, let me address the bigger picture, because many of you are wondering when this relentless pattern finally breaks. Looking ahead to late February, the models show continued unsettled weather. However, there are hints, and these are only hints, that toward the final week of February, high pressure might try to build from the south. If that happens, we could see a brief drier, milder spell, maybe even a taste of early spring. But I must stress, we are 2 weeks out. Forecasts at that range change daily. Do not cancel your wellies just yet. What I can tell you with confidence is this: the next 72 hours are crucial. Wednesday through Friday determines whether your weekend is pleasant or problematic. That Saturday frost is almost certain. Sunday morning snow for Scotland is likely. Everything else depends on exact positioning of that Sunday system. And here is what you need to do right now. If you live in Scotland, especially eastern Scotland, monitor river levels, check flood warnings on the government website. That additional 30 to 40 millimeters Wednesday could tip vulnerable areas into flooding. Know your evacuation route if you live in a flood risk zone. If you are in Northern England or Northern Ireland, prepare for a cold Friday. Dig out the winter coat. Check your heating works. If you have vulnerable pipes, consider leaving heating on low overnight Thursday into Friday. If you are driving anywhere Saturday morning, allow extra time. Frost and ice will make roads treacherous early on. Bridges and overpasses ice up first. Slow down. Increase following distance. If you are in Scotland or Northern England, Sunday morning could disrupt travel. Heavy snow is possible over higher routes. The M74 through the Pennines, the M9 in Scotland, the A1 north of Newcastle, all could see snow Sunday morning. Monitor traffic reports. Consider delaying travel until afternoon when conditions improve. And here is my promise to you. I will be back with an update Friday evening just before that cold snap intensifies. I will have the latest on Saturday frost timing and Sunday snow positioning. Because these details matter, they affect your plans, your safety, your weekend. But I need something from you. Drop a comment right now telling me where you are watching from. Are you in Aberdeen facing that heavy rain? Manchester preparing for cold Friday? London watching from relative safety? Tell me your town or city. I want to know where my viewers are, and in the next video, I will call out specific areas with hyperlocal forecasts. Your town, your timing, your weather, because here is what I have learned. Generic forecasts do not cut it anymore. You do not just want to know if it will rain. You want to know if it will rain in Leeds at 3 in the afternoon when you have to pick up the kids, or if snow will hit Edinburgh at 7 in the morning when you are driving to work. That is the forecast you deserve, and that is what I will provide. So comment your location now and hit that subscribe button, because Friday evening, when everyone else is giving you broad brush forecasts for the whole country, I will be breaking down your town, your village, your specific area, down to the hour, down to the impact. The rain is here, the cold is coming, the snow is likely. But with the right information at the right time, you will be prepared. You will know when to stay home, when to drive carefully, when to cancel plans, and when to enjoy that rare burst of February sunshine. Stay safe, stay informed. And I will see you Friday evening with that crucial update before the weekend weather whip.